Hi, this is Magic from DCX, and I would like to show you the 120 kilowatt immersion optimized dry cooler, the part of our portfolio, the system which we sell almost every day right now, and that's the complementary component for the immersion rack system. This DCX immersion system works with that unit all together to reject up to 120 kilowatts of the heat. So that's the most compact system with the capacity you can actually get. There's nothing better. And also that's the most compact unit which you can get and air-shipped, because the dimensions were carefully crafted so we can keep the proper heat rejection, and also so we can transport that with the air shipment. So it's not higher than required dimensions. We can ship it via air cargo, so we can get that door-to-door being delivered to your doors within few weeks, I would say. We have long queue of orders, that's why it may take a little bit longer. So the dimensions of that unit are 240 centimeters wide, 100 high, and 50 centimeters wide in depth is 50 centimeters. And sorry, I don't use freedom values, but you'll get the point. It's pretty compact, right? And as you can see, it's shown here in the vertical position, right? But it will work in both positions, in the vertical position and in tabletop horizontal position. So that's universal, and the coil pack, fin pack is built in that way so we can, reject the heat properly in both of those conditions. Now it will take 70 liters of the fluid, so it can be pretty heavy. The weight for shipment is 220 kilograms, but it will take additionally, with all the packages, with all the goodies which we add to that unit. But actually the package, the whole rack system and the dry cooler system, they will take 1.2 ton. That's 1.2 ton package, but that dry cooler is only 220 kilograms, and it will take 70 liters of water inside. Yes, it is using water or water glycol mixture, nothing else. That's the water cooler. That's why it's so compact, because we are using water and not the electric oil for the heat rejection. Water is the best, possible way we can reject the heat, right? Technically, physically, nothing better. The 120 kilowatts heat rejection means that it has 252 square meters of the heat rejection area. So it's pretty efficient. It will work with the 40 to 60 degrees water. So the water which comes from your enclosure can be up to 60 degrees Celsius, so 140 Fahrenheit, and the dry cooler will reject the heat and will push down that temperature to 40 degrees Celsius, which is 95 Fahrenheit. So this is the temperature which goes to our enclosure, and actually that's all you need to reject that heat. We don't need cold water to cool our miners inside our enclosures. That's something we're doing it differently than anyone else. Now it has two fittings, which are 2-inch fittings, so DN50 or 2-inch fittings on the manifold. It has also temperature sensor. It has adaptive fan controllers and all the components which are hidden here in the compartment, and I will cover that later. And in terms of the fans, we are using 3 fans here, so 500 millimeters fans, and these are industrial fans. We are using 2 variants or 2 options. One would be the EBM PAPST fans, so pretty, actually there are 2 vendors which are the best you can get in the market. They are EBM PAPST or Ziel ABEC. So these are the market leaders, and we are using the best industrial fan we can get on the market, but not going, we are not using Chinese fans. They are great products which are coming from China, but actually in terms of the fans, those 2 German companies are the best you can get. These are industrial fans. They will work for the decades without any issues, and these are 50-60 hertz fans, so they will work in both Americas. It will work just fine in Australia, in EU or in Asia Pacific region. So this is something which we ship to customers every day. Now, I was talking about the different fans which we use, and here I had the EBM Pabst fans, industrial fans. Here, as you can see, on the different, the same model, but with the different fans, we are using Thiel-Abegg fans. That's actually the very best, one of the very best product lines from Thiel-Abegg. So as you can see, only those two recognized companies which we use as our standard for the operation for such system. I mean, the system with a capacity, that means 24 S19 miners being, properly overclocked. That's the serious investment. So we need to rely on the best component we can actually get. Power-wise, those fans are, all those fans which we use, these are three-phase fans. So on that capacity, you need to have to three-phase connection, right? So that's the three-phase connection, 400 volts or 460 volts, depending on the fan model, and we'll let you know what power you actually need to get. And those fans will use from 0.0 kilowatt to 0.8 kilowatts. So 500, 550 up to 850 watts, depending on the power, because as I said previously, we are using fan controllers. So that slows down the speed of the fans during the moderator cold season. Now, just before we'll see into the compartment of that unit, as you can see here, that one is also standing in the vertical position and it has the legs attached. So just to let you know, we are shipping that with the two sets of legs, one for the tabletop position, and these are those for the tabletop position, and two smaller feet for the vertical installation. Now let's see what's inside into the control panel of that system. As you can see, nothing here. You will have that properly closed, and you will be able to see only the handle. And previously we had also versions with the fan controller being visible, but we right now hiding everything inside, so no one will be messing with your fan controller if you'll be located in the area without proper not fully closed. Now let's open that one. I just unscrewed it previously. Just a moment. Yeah, there you go. So this is what we have here. Actually, you have here few components which I will quickly describe. First of all, from the bottom you have temperature sensor. So you have temperature sensor here on the manifold. It will check the temperature which is going out of the drag cooler. So on the outlet manifold, you will be able to measure the temperature which is going outside of the unit. As I said, 2-inch fittings that goes to the manifold which we provide, or for the breaker to the black box. So this is what you will be using to push the flow to the enclosures, actually to 3 enclosures, because that's the rack system. So two manifolds. Each of those manifolds has actually one air vent, so you can easily remove the air from the system, and you'll be able to properly configure the whole solution, whole location. So these are the two main manifolds. As you can see, impressive coil pack, and yeah, that's pretty impressive and compact package. Now let's go through the components, electrical components of that system. Everything is hidden inside, so it will not, and it's protected with that cover, so the elements will not harm your system. And that's pretty big improvement over the previous versions. It's also a little bit oversized compared to the first 120 kilowatt drag coolers which we have, and which we shown or which we presented to customers previously. And it has few components here. The heart of the system is the Danfoss MCX06D controller, and this is adaptive controller. You will not have to configure anything. It is already pre-configured. We'll provide you with the manual, but if you like, you can just rely on our pre-configured solution. So that's all what you actually need to start the operation. Is you just need to connect the power for the properly three-phase power to the switch disconnector. So here Power-wise, you have switch disconnector with that handle, and here you can connect three-phase connection plus neutral plus ground. So the yellow and blue cable, and we can configure cabling for the US market, for the European market. That's pretty easy to get. Just remember to connect it properly. You have the switch motor protector switches. So you have 3 of them, SF1 up to SF3. So these are protecting your motors from the overload. You have the connectors here, so 3 connectors. You have the fuse, and one important thing which you need to remember. So these are the motor protection switches. These are the switch disconnectors or connectors. These are the fuse, and here is one thing to remember, because you have the panel here, and there is one panel which is one connector which is not occupied. And this is pretty important. The requirement for the direct relays, especially in EU, is that you must have the way to disconnect your system in case of the fire alarm. So we leave that unoccupied, and if you're just operating, on the non-industrial solution, so basically running your installation at home, you can connect that to the fire alarm. So it means that the direct relay will stop in case of any fire will appear. Then it will not, help with the fire buildup. So this is what we have. That it's already included. If you will not use it, we'll use the simple simple connection like shown here. Just connecting that with one cable, and you'll be able to override that fire protection feature. So as you can see, pretty nice configuration, adaptive solution, properly wired, properly configured. This is what you will get, and that's the best 120 kilowatt unit which you can get on the market. There's nothing else which would be better, and that's ready to be delivered to your doors within 7 days to 14 days from the shipment, depending which forwarder you'll be using. So this is it, 120 kilowatts unit. That this unit is a component which is shipped and delivered for the rack system. So 3 enclosures all together with 1 manifold, with the pump which we will provide, or black box. That's the main component. This is sold in the bundles. We don't sell it individually, but you can get that and to deliver to your doors. And if you would like to know more information about that system, you can just go to the www.cryptocooling.eu and just use green get the quote button, usually in the right top corner, or you can just ask any question you may have to the support guys. So just head down to the footer of the website. There are links for the direct support on WhatsApp or on Telegram, and we will support you directly when you have any issues. You will be stuck during the installation of the system, or you have some questions, looking for that solution. Then just ask those guys. They will help you and they will give you more information. So everything is there. I hope that it was informative. And if you would like to know more, just please stay with us and observe our other videos on our YouTube channel, and we'll show you how the immersion system works.